Hello, YouTube world.
Oh, that was all.
Hi, everybody. I'm just gonna hope okay, this doesn't fall down and die. Can I put this down somewhere? Make our way down the stairs.
We're cool kids.
So we're gonna do a surviving middle school video because she's in 8th grade and I'm in 9th grade and I've survived middle school and she is almost done with middle school. So yeah, surviving like 6th grade.
6th grade, I think like 6th grade can be the hardest year for a lot of people because it's a big adjustment and a big transition. Older grades don't think 6th graders go through drama, but they really do.
I remember 6th grade being a pretty sad year for me.
Yeah, me too. It was a really tough year. You do a lot of changing.
The school I went to, it was like a lot of the same people were there, so when everyone's like, oh yeah, life's gonna change when you get to middle school. Hell no, it doesn't. Like, nothing changes in 6th grade.
Because it's your transition from being like a little kid to
Yeah.
being like a preteen. 7th grade's a big year. Like, it's a really influential year in a lot of people's lives.
The end of 7th grade was pretty good for me. That was probably like one of the best times in middle school because
The end of 7th grade was great, but like the middle of it, not so much.
you're not new anymore and like you're kind of used to like the people and like just the rules of the school, but then
Everybody goes through like kind of the same phases. It's like, wow, we all go through the same phases at around the same time. It's that year where everything feels like so much bigger and more dramatic than it is. You go through like a lot of emotional change.
I feel like for me 8th grade was most emotional, but like in 7th grade I met like the group that I'm still hanging out with right now, and I'm in 9th grade and like they were really amazing people. End of 7th grade, not the beginning of 7th grade, I was a totally different person. The last day of 7th grade was just amazing and I was so sad that it was gonna like be over.
In 7th grade, you make your biggest emotional change and you like mature a lot as a person.
Yeah.
But to go through middle school, people who are older don't think it's that tough, but it really is.
Right now they're saying like, oh yeah, elementary school and then there's high school. Like the 6 years of elementary school, I'm not gonna remember as much as the 3 years of middle school.
I'd back that up. Like, mature a lot as a person, and you have to deal with a lot of drama. Because I feel like that's when people are most dramatic, or in like those middle school years.
In elementary school, like you come a little kid, you leave a little kid, a 6th grader, and then you leave like
Someone like a high schooler.
Yeah.
8th grade's really important because I feel like 8th graders already consider themselves high schoolers and consider themselves above other middle schoolers that are younger than them, but they're really just like still in middle school.
For me, 8th grade, I don't know, some people kind of left, friendships were broken.
I feel like that's like when you change your group, you yourself change, like you start hanging out with new people.
People are really where they belong because through like the 2 years of middle school, like you come into middle school like with the people you hung out with in elementary school, and then by 8th grade, like everyone's kind of more in their place. So, like, I know a few people that were like way up top, they kind of moved down. Some people that were down low kind of moved a little higher.
8th grade kind of has like high school drama. Like, high school's kind of infamous for having the most drama, but 8th grade has a lot of that. A lot of two-faced people. You kind of develop a thick skin when it comes to learn to deal with bullies and negative influences in your life, and that's when you like learn to handle that and you mature.
People say that it's like the super big year because like, oh, so much change, so much all this stuff, but 8th grade, in my opinion, it's just when people finally give you credit for all the change that's been going on, and like it seems to be this whole big thing, like with all the promotions and all the like trips, but in reality, it's really not that different. It's really like not that big of a deal.
You're not necessarily the person that you're going to end up being, but you know where you're headed, you know who you want to be. You kind of like know who you are. The rest of middle school, you're kind of just all over the place, like drifting in and out of different circles, but in 8th grade, you kind of like established your place. My advice would be, in middle school, everything seems like so much more important than it really is, and it feels like every little thing is like the end of the world, and you're just like so over dramatic, but then towards the end you realize, wow, like that really didn't matter so much.
It sounds super cliche, but the whole, does this matter in a year from now, that's like the main thing for middle school. You really just want to be yourself.
Have some perspective, like think of everything that's happening in your life with an outside perspective, because like to you it might seem like the end of the world, so much bigger than it actually is, when really it's like not really that bad.
Meet people, because you never know who's actually gonna, it's just really nice to know people.
It seems cliche, but don't discriminate against people. Like, you really never know who's gonna end up being who in high school, so like try to be friends with everybody. Don't really exclude anybody. Try to make as many friends as you can and be friendly to everybody and include everyone in your group.
Because in the long run, like, I'm talking to people I didn't think I would talk to, like, last year. So, you know, just try to meet as many people as you can, because, like, the school's going to be big and you need as much help as you can get. If you have, like, any suggestions for videos that we can make when I'm with people, then just
have fun in middle school. Like, really make the best of it.
And, yeah, have fun in high school. And I hope all you high schoolers or whoever survived middle school thinks it's pretty accurate. So, yeah, thank you so much.
Guys.
Bye.